Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Brothas-in-law. And if you're new to this channel, on here we discuss police-involved incidents that occur around the country, and Mike and I give our analysis on the actions of those police officers. So in tonight's video, we got a really good one. It's kind of a little different. I'm not sure if many of you heard of sovereign citizens and how they try to um, let's see if I can find the right word, like circumvent the law, if you will. So we're going to take a look at that, and also we always, we talk about the actions of the citizens. We have a unique acronym that we've come up with, which is CALM, which stands for Comply, Answer Questions, Listen, and Move On. Would that citizen situation that turned out differently with their interaction with law enforcement? So we look at those things and we just have a discussion about it and make people aware of how, as citizens there we are expected to act a certain way when we interact with law enforcement, just as well as we expect the police to act a certain way when they're interacting with their fellow citizens. So that's what we talk about here on this channel. And if you're new, like I said, my name is Corey. I'm a former Virginia State Trooper and a retired Navy Chief Petty Officer. And my co-host is Mr. Michael Bradley. Excuse me. Welcome, my brother.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, Goat. I see you, Badass Stang. I see you, Stacy, Delando, Tone. I see you guys on here. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bradley, retired law enforcement officer of 26 years, Northern California, also a 6-year Army veteran. So, yeah, we just talk about different police incidents that see what could be done better and what's acceptable and what's not. You know what I'm saying? So we got a good one for you today. This happened this year in September, out here in Redding, California.
Where is that in relation to you?
I think Redding. I think it's in Northern California. It's a few hours from me. I think, though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's out there a little bit. I think I want to say Sacramento area. I could be wrong on that, but you have to look that up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. No worries.
It's a good one, a good video because it talks about what shows how a sovereign citizen starts flexing what they think is their rights. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And Corey, sovereign citizens. I haven't been lucky to come across one in my career. You know what I'm saying?
Thank God you had it.
So, and I understand from the videos that I've seen, I understand they could be difficult to say the least.
Very,
You know what I'm
very,
saying?
very difficult.
So, this is one where things go south real fast, and to where this sovereign citizen actually feels he actually starts acting like he was doing something right and the officer was in the wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's how majority of them act, as though the police is in the wrong because of their belief of their sovereigns. Uh, their right to travel on the interstate. You're not required to have these things, but we'll get into that as we play the video. And as always, hey, on this channel, we're going to break this video down. So that means we're going to stop it. We're going to give our points of view. If you'd like to check the video out in its entirety, I already put the link down in the description below. Feel free to check it out at your leisure. But here on this channel, we're going to stop it a few times. All right. And so all you keyboard warriors out there that hate the police, it is what it is. All right. Go start your own channel.
But, hey, Mr. Taylor, I see you.
Go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button for us, and we're going to go ahead and get into it, Mike.
All right. Hey, D10 says 2 hours north of I-5 of Sacramento. And Tone says it's north of Sacramento. So, yeah, that's about right. Around that area somewhere. Thanks, guys, for that. Jesus.
Hey, yep, I see.
All right. Let's get this started. Set this up real quick. All right. As you see, a warning contains graphic content may be disturbing to some viewers. So, viewer advised. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me set it up a little bit. So this officer stops this guy for a traffic violation, speeding. He does a traffic stop on him, and this is where it starts up. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Brian Cowan, Reading Police Department. The reason I stopped you is you're going about 60 miles an hour on Bechelli as you passed me. Can I see your license, registration, and insurance, please?
I'm not in the process of conducting business.
Okay, we're not going to play that game, sir. So if you don't want to identify yourself, I'm just going to place you under arrest until your vehicle. Okay?
I'm traveling right now.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. Okay? So I need to see your ID, and I need to see the registration and insurance on your vehicle, okay? And you're a grown adult, so you're going to make an adult decision right now. Okay? So that's up to you.
Yeah, stop
You
that.
tell this officer had some experience with this type of stuff because he says right away he ain't playing around. We ain't playing around these games and doing this foolishness.
So here's what a sovereign citizen, and I don't think, Mike, this guy is a true sovereign citizen. Like, if you dig into it, if you're really one of these guys, you can articulate yourself well enough. You probably have a good chance of getting out, because a lot of people, it's not a very big population of them, but there's enough here. So in our area, and I've ran into them like 2 or 3 times out my time with the state police and dealing with sovereign citizens. And so they believe that they have a constitutional right to travel without a driver's license, vehicle registration, or insurance. They often distinguish between traveling and driving, arguing that they are traveling and not driving because they are not transporting commercial goods or paying passengers. However, this really doesn't have any legal ground. So that's what they believe.
Yeah.
That
And keep in mind, folks, you have to have a license. Obviously, you have to have a driver's license in possession when you're driving a car on the roadway, right?
Correct. And there is case law for that.
And this officer recognizes his response right away, because he must have had experience with this type of stop before. So he tells him right up front, no, we're not going to play those games. You're not just traveling. I need to see your license. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong. Here we go.
What do you want to do? Okay, you're going to be placed under arrest. Step out of the vehicle. Out of the vehicle.
Hey, bro.
Edward 47, I'll take that 1025.
That fucking hurts.
Don't.
Let me get out.
Don't. Get out right now. Undo your seatbelt. Undo your seatbelt and get out.
I'm traveling, sir.
Undo your seatbelt
I'm not
and get out of
business
the
right
vehicle.
now.
You are under arrest.
I'm not conducting
Get
business.
out of your vehicle. Out of your vehicle. Undo your seatbelt. Do you understand me? Do you understand me?
That's reasonable up to this point. That what the officer is doing with him is he has him in the twist lock. It's a wrist twist lock for layman's terms. He has good control of him at this time. He's telling him he's under arrest. You need to get out of the car. And the officer is going to control his body movements and his body actions in doing so. So that's what you see here is the officer has him in a wrist lock, okay, and which is painful. It's pain compliance, right? But you still can move and do whatever you need to do. Here we go.
Undo your seatbelt and step out of the vehicle.
Brian, dude.
Okay? Undo your seatbelt and get out of the vehicle.
Fuck you, man.
Undo your seatbelt Get out of the vehicle.
Fucking break my arm.
I'm not going to break your arm. I don't want to. I want you to get out of the vehicle. Do you not want to get your seatbelt off first?
Nope. Commercial.
Wayne, just get your seatbelt off and we'll do this easy.
Fucking break my arm, bro.
No.
God damn it, dude. I'm not
You're under
conducting
arrest.
business.
You're under arrest.
I'm not conducting business.
You're under arrest. Okay?
For what? Show me the magistrate.
Yeah, that's where we're going to go. You don't want to identify yourself, so we're going to do that. Okay? You don't get to do this, sir.
You don't either, bro. You don't get to go in my car and fucking take me out and break my fucking arm.
I'm asking you to step out.
I'm asking you to let go of my arm.
I'm not going to do that.
I can't reach my seatbelt.
You can do it with your right arm.
I can't.
You can do it with your right arm. So as soon as the other officer gets here, we're going to pull you out and put you in handcuffs, okay?
For traveling, yeah.
Yep.
I'm not in the process of conducting business.
Hold this in. I'll take it out again.
Get off me, dude! What the fuck is your problem?
Come.
Get the fuck off me!
Stop.
Get off me, dude! Get the fuck off!
Stop.
No!
Stop.
God damn it, dude! What the fuck?
Resist
What
me.
the fuck?
Stop
Fuck
resisting
you!
me.
I'm not doing
You're under
this shit!
arrest.
Fucking pull me over there, dude!
Stop
What the fuck?
resisting me.
No, dude! You're
Stop.
fucking attacking me, dude!
Stop.
No! Fuck you, dude! What the fuck up? Get the fuck off me, dude! You stop! Get the fuck off of me, dude! God damn it, dude!
Stop.
No, you fucking stop!
Stop.
You fucking stop!
You're not going anywhere.
I'm not arrested!
You're under arrest.
For what?
You're under
You
arrest.
caught me speeding. Give me a ticket so I'll be on my way.
Stop.
Okay, now in the beginning, Corey, if he would just given his license, he would have given a ticket and he would have been on his way. But because he refused, he turned this stop into something way more than it needed to be.
Yeah, and a lot of times, you know, when you that's why I say he really wasn't one of these diehard sovereign citizen types. I think this guy just didn't have a driver's license. He's probably was suspended
Maybe.
and got caught, you know. But clearly, is he not resisting, viewers? Is he not resisting? Is the officer in the wrong right now? No, because you're failing to identify yourself, which you're prohibiting that officer to conduct his duties. And so, you can't do that. So you have to identify yourself. It was a good stop. It was a speeding violation. And the guy wanted to go that route of being a sovereign citizen, stating that, you know, he's just traveling. He's not in commerce. And so, no, you can't do this. So don't try this at home. Don't try this at home, man. I mean, you know, these guys that they're out here, they really do it, know what they're doing. They are way deep down in that rabbit hole with this stuff and know enough that they can get through it. The ones that I come in contact with, Mike, are like this guy here. Didn't have a clue in the world. Matter of fact, one time we got a guy, and you know, he's claiming to be a sovereign citizen. I mean, he went as far as sometimes they'll put something, they'll put the traveling commerce code section up on the window and won't answer anything, you know, from you. And so the guy does it. So I get him to at least give me his military ID. As my boy, you can't do this, man. You can't claim that you're a sovereign citizen and then that same breath be in the military. I make that make sense, right? I was like, right. Let me call your command master chief and let him know how you're acting right now. And by the way, and I told him I was a retired chief, and he was like, "Oh shit." All right, game over, right? And kind of find out, long story short, this guy didn't even have a valid driver's license. But they want to try and throw that, well, I'm just traveling, I'm not in commerce. Okay, fine, but that still don't give you right to go, 100 miles an hour down the road.
Mm-hmm. Now, in this situation, the officer lost a handle with him. When he answered his radio or got on his radio, he only had the wrist lock in one hand. And the driver here it was easy for him to snatch away. So that's how the officer lost the physical control of him. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, this officer's doing there's nothing unreasonable that this officer is doing. What's totally unreasonable is the driver right now. You know what I'm saying? He told him he was under arrest. He knew the language he was using, so the officer had every intent to every purpose or reason to expect this guy was not going to go with the program. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's just as clear as. I mean, just unbuckle your seatbelt.
Right.
And I'm sure our keyboard warriors out there, the police haters, are gonna argue this point. But I mean, the bottom line is, okay, still, you want to play that way, then argue that still in court, right?
Right.
Not on the side of the road. All right.
Right.
Let's do it in court.
And like we always say, some officers are more patient than others. You might get that officer that don't play around with any resistance. You might get that officer who might try to talk to this guy a little bit more to see what they can convince him to do. Either one is right. You know what I'm saying? Right. There's nothing wrong with either way. This officer just happens to be one of those officers who don't play games. You know what I'm saying?
And you under arrest. Situation.
Right. You're under arrest, and I'm going to put you under arrest. You're not going to just drive away. You're not going to walk away from this. You know what I'm saying? This is not going away. You're going to have to face this, and you're going to have to do what I'm telling you to do. Let's play a little more.
Yeah.
Doing, dude? You're under arrest. No, fuck you. What the fuck? Smash my fucking face, dude. Then put me under arrest and fucking throw me in the magistrate.
You are under arrest. Got it? Yeah. Here, let's get this on. It's on my floor. This one's not walking. I got you.
I'm traveling.
And just so our viewers know, that was a citizen who stopped by to help him. The officer, his cover officer, hadn't got there yet. So he managed to pull him out of the car, and that was a passerby citizen who helped this officer. Here we go.
Yep.
Traveling to jail right now.
Can you see the magistrate, please?
Sit down. Feet in.
What's your sanitizer stuff? Wipes?
I don't know if I have any wipes. Thanks. some hand sanitizer?
Yeah, if you have some.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, like, yep.
I think that's pretty much it, Mike.
Pretty much, yeah. He gets arrested. Let's play it a little bit.
Beans. I saw you. I was driving this way. This guy said, "Hey, he needs help," so I pulled over. Shit. Oh well. So, yeah, I gotta get home. Yeah, me too. Brian. My
Yeah. He cuts his mic off then while they're just talking.
Yeah.
Write his name down.
Yeah, what's your name, brother?
Actually, I just didn't have I left all my paper and stuff.
Yeah, I got it.
I'll do it so we don't have to all do substance stuff.
And that's pretty much it. They make arrangements to have his car towed before they end up booking him in jail. But this is, there's nothing wrong in this situation that I thought the officer did excessively or anything like that. Keep in mind, folks, when an officer has to put their hands on you, it ain't gonna be pretty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna lightly put my hands on you. You know what I'm saying? If I got to go there, I'm gonna go there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just best that you comply, right? First letter in calm, C, comply. And just get out the car. Like again, if he wants to play that sovereign game, fine, so be it, man. Just if you're good at articulating yourself as a sovereign citizen, you would have no problem then going to court and arguing your case in court and really making a scene and make the judge look bad or whatever you try to do in that world, and just let it be gone at that and have more bragging rights so that you beat the case in court. Just do it. Like, and again, when they resist like that, Mike, for me, it's always indicated that something else is really going on because you're not really one of these true sovereign citizens. Because you clearly couldn't articulate that whole action there, but just kept saying, "Well, I'm traveling. I'm not in commerce." But if you dig into the weeds of that, there's a little bit more to that you need to produce. He's just not doing that. So for me, if I was on it, yeah, he'd get snatched right up because I'm not going to put up with that. I know we always say time is on our side, right? Until it ain't no more, right, Tone? But you could have, again, like you said, Mike, you don't know what type of officer you're going to get. He might have got a real patient officer, but he would have got one as soon as he said those words, he was coming out the car because he already knows how this is going to go. But anyway, I don't think the officer was in the wrong here. Now, do you think he would have been justifiable and maybe tasing him to get him out?
Depends on what their department policy is on tasing. You know what I'm saying? If their policy states you can use the taser in this type of situation, then yeah, he could.
I mean, he's totally resisting.
Oh yeah, he's resisting, no doubt. He's
Right.
not getting out of the car. He's not undoing the seatbelt. He's constantly saying, "I'm just traveling here. I'm not driving." You know what I'm saying, or whatever they say. He's definitely resisting. You know what I'm saying. So keep in mind, we're going to overcome your resistance in any way we can. You know what I'm saying. He had good control of him at first with this wrist lock. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until he lost the grasp of the wrist lock that he lost control of him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's normal. A wrist lock is a common control hold, if you will, for police to use on people. Most of the time it works. Sometimes you got to get it right. If you don't get it right, it ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? They get snatched away from you. You know what I'm saying?
But when you get it right, it
is right. Right. When you get it right, it's effective. It'll work.
Very, very highly effective. Goat said this would probably could possibly go away in court if he has a woke judge. Maybe so. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
And I've seen different type of judges. Just even if they are somewhat woke, some of them are good judges that gonna follow the letter of the law, and what it says. So I don't know. Maybe you never know.
Never the way things go now, you never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Judges do a lot of stuff different. You know what I'm saying? So who
yeah.
knows?
But it's the principle of it all is to argue your case in court, not on the side of the
Yeah,
road. Like
yeah.
what
That's
this guy's actions were very unacceptable. Uh,
yeah.
as
Clearly.
a citizen, as a citizen. Now, whether you want to be, portray yourself as one of the sovereign citizens or whatever other groups are out there, I mean, you feel as though you don't have to abide by laws. Then I mean, I don't. I mean, you're just setting yourself up for failure if you're it just
And it makes it more dangerous for the officer. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
If you
right,
know that there are people out there, you assume that anyway. But somebody like this is making it clear that they're not going to do what you're asking them to do. So the officer already knows I'm gonna have to put my hands on this person. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to force this person's hand to do something. You know what I'm saying? Or who knows? There's so much uncertainty there when you
yeah,
start refusing to comply. You know what I'm saying?
right, right, and he chose the latter and had to come out that car. I mean, and nowadays, and I'm shocked he no, not really, but you have a lot of officers that are what second guess themselves and should I pull him out the car or shouldn't I pull, what should I do in this case? Well, you don't know what he has in that car and he's fumbling around and pulling away from you. You don't know if he's got a gun in that car or not. So, you as the officer, you already know where this is going, right, Mike? So
Right.
you
Yeah.
want to get him out that car as quickly as possible. Uh,
That's right. There's so much uncertainty. You don't know if he has a gun in that car or if he is willing to use that gun to get away from you. If he is willing to drive off, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what this person is capable of doing. You know what I'm saying?
no, no, you never do, and that's why you you have to react. You have to be proactive in that profession as law enforcement. But again, like I said in the intro, like there's a certain way we as citizens should conduct ourselves while we're interacting with law enforcement, just as well as we expect law enforcement to act a certain way and be held to a higher standards when they're interacting with the citizens. So it's got that. We always say, Mike, is that two-way street, right?
Yeah.
Uh, had this guy, just complied. What if he just said, hey, you know what? I left my wallet at home, or I just told the truth, but I'm suspended. I mean, maybe he would have got some breaks in there, right, Mike?
It's possible. Yeah.
It's possible. I mean,
But once I gotta fight with you or force you, then
yeah,
all bets are off. You know,
all that goes out the window. Uh, don't expect me to help you out. The only thing I'm gonna do is carry you on to jail.
yeah. Matter of fact, and honestly, I'm gonna be upset because you pushed it and made it go this far. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna be upset with you as the officer. You know what I'm saying? Because now if I gotta put my hands on you, well, shoot, now I'm risking getting hurt. I'm risking hurting you. You are causing this situation a lot bigger, a lot more than it should be. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah, and hours of paperwork
Right.
because now I gotta you do what we call a use of force letter that you have to write to. Well, for us, it was to our captain, and then it goes up to our headquarters in Richmond, and a little investigation goes and see if you violated policy.
Right.
And so it's just not worth it. So like you really hate to get into something. You really hate to. I mean, if you have to go hands on, I mean, it is what it is. But you really don't want to, right? Because you as the officer already, like you said, already know the outcome of it. You either the officer's going to get hurt, the citizen's going to get hurt, and you got hours of paperwork that goes right along with it. You know what I mean? And it's just not like, God dog, man, this is not how I wanted this to go. You
So
just
let
go
me ask the viewers: did you guys see anything wrong here? Did the officer do anything in your opinion that was excessive? You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. I would have done the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. You know what I'm
and
saying?
along
What
with
kind of
that,
officer
my
you get?
other viewers, how many of you would have talked to try to talk him out of the vehicle, or and carry this dialogue with him about traveling versus commerce, versus not having a driver's license? How many of you would have carried that conversation on, or like Mike said, how many of you would have just gone hands on and just snatched him out of the car because we don't have time for this? Let us know what
Yeah,
you think down
that's
in the
true. That's a
comments
good one.
down below. We say, Mike.
And for me, I would if I was going to snatch you out of the car, I'm gonna wait until my cover unit gets there. That's the only thing I could see here that could have been better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is I'm gonna wait until my cover unit gets there. You see, this citizen had to help this officer because his cover unit wasn't there at that moment. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I would have waited for a cover unit before I snatched you out of the car, before I put
Yeah.
hands on. That's
And
all.
that's a good thing with working in the city, but on the state,
Yeah.
on the highway, not so much. You better go ahead and be able to handle it yourself. And then once you get them cuffed, then call for your assistance. But
Gold says he would ask to get out, then hands on. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's reasonable. And two is better than one for sure.
yeah, always. Anthony says, "Thank y'all for pointing that out about putting hands on and the consequences. Shows what's real and what's Hollywood." Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. The police, what they doing on TV, having been in law enforcement and seeing and everything, I'm like, yeah, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. You can't do that, and it's like, and so people actually think that's how policing is, what they see on TV. Like that's why everybody wants you to shoot them in. Well, couldn't you shoot them in the arm? Couldn't you shoot them in the leg? No, Hollywood told you that. That's not how it's done in reality. All right, you're still a threat if I just shoot you in the leg and you still get that gun in your hand. It's just ridiculous, Tone. But yeah. So go ahead and everybody, if you please could go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button for us, man. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up tonight. It was a rather short video.
Halloween.
Halloween, yeah. Mike gotta go get his candy.
Get my pillow sack. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. I see my grandkids already out there. They back now. They got their candy. I'm finna go raid it.
That's the best part.
Yeah, that's the best part. I ain't got to go out. So we thank y'all for watching us tonight. And again, please go ahead, hit that like, share, and subscribe button for us. If it's your first time watching us, and stay up to date for our latest videos that we post weekly, and join us for our lives every Thursday night. So Mike, final words.
Thanks for joining us, Goat. I see you, Tone, Mrs. Taylor, Dave the Rave. I haven't seen that name before. Appreciate you joining us. Who else we got on here? Delando, Badass Thing. I see you on here. Jesus
love you.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. D10 Dozer Man. Haven't seen him before. Haven't seen that name before. So, but thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Appreciate your comments. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for watching.
And please share this out far and wide. Remember to stay calm, comply, answer questions, listen, and move on. And we'll see y'all next week. God bless.
Peace out.